Hello, Mr. Sullivan. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm feeling relaxed.
Very good. Mr. Sullivan, you're going up against in a seat that was won by the incumbent Adele Cars in 2009, then a member of the Greens. Are you confident you're in with a shout today?
Look, I'm an underdog in this election. Obviously, Labor are the front runners, but I do have a chance of winning, and so we're just staying positive about the campaign.
Right. Very good. If elected, will you enter into a coalition or act as a balance of power within the lower house?
Look, it's very early to even think about that. I mean, obviously, the first thing is to get elected. But if we were in a situation where we had to use the balance of power to form government, we would certainly look at that. That would be a decision not for myself, but for the party to actually consider. In fact, we would go to the members of our party to talk about it.
Okay. You ran previously as an independent for Willagee in 2005 and as a Greens member in 2008. Have you learned anything from these experiences to put you in good state for this election?
Look, I think elections are hard work. That's what you learn. It's a lot of, particularly for the smaller parties, a lot of work to get out there and door knock and organise all the different troops. I mean, it's actually quite a big venture to go into to actually just run a campaign. So, I've learned a few tricks along the line, but hard work's what's needed to convince people to vote for you.
As a self-employed architect, would you see yourself voting for legislation to build more infrastructure in Western Australia, given the Greens' stand towards the environment?
Look, the sustainability issue is very big for me. I'm very keen to see much more denser development in WA. I'm certainly keen to see the cessation or the stopping of the destruction of the outer fringes of Perth. So we need to put a halt on how big Perth gets, and so we also need, therefore, to make sure that the infrastructure for the internal areas of Perth is well covered. We need good light rail, we need good heavy rail, but we also need good communities, good local centres, good regional centres. So that's where government should be investing its capital in making living in the inner cities actually a lot more dynamic, more exciting, more vibrant.
Finally, you've been a councillor for 9 years on the Fremantle Council. Do you see that working to your advantage with your constituency?
Look, obviously being someone that's been on the council but also involved in a lot of community action groups as well. I'm very well known around Fremantle, and certainly that helps just with my profile. But at the end of the day, people are voting as much for the party and the party's policies. And so, I'm a Green. People will be voting primarily for me as a Green, as opposed to, Andrew Sullivan, the individual.
Okay, very good. Thank you for your time, Mr. Sullivan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries.
Pleasure.
Cheers.